we're off and going. We're full 2025 early preseason action.
Well, the Caitlin Clark hype train is rolling into town, and WNBA team owners are making it absolutely clear it's not stopping in any small, dinky arena. Just days after the CBA was finalized, a deal set to pay these players dramatically more money, it suddenly feels like everyone across the WNBA orbit has started making aggressive moves to cash in on Caitlin Clark. Arena shifts, season ticket packages, tickets selling like hotcakes months in advance. It's all happening fast. We've seen the Caitlin Clark effect play out before, sure, but what's unfolding right now is different, because for the first time, the entire machinery of the WNBA, the owners, the networks, even Nike, they're all aligned, pointing in the same direction at the same exact moment. The dam has finally broken. The floodgates have officially opened. And as for resistance, well, there's a clear reason we may be seeing a whole lot less of that this year. I'll explain why, but first, like this video if you're ready for the Caitlin Clark tsunami, and subscribe for more Caitlin Clark and WNBA updates. So, this was the video the Indiana Fever released the other day to announce their schedule, and I've got to point this out because it's a massive departure from that absolute monstrosity. But we're also seeing a clear shift from last year's tone. The Now You Know campaign was all about swagger, pure flex, taking shots at the league and asserting dominance, basically telling everyone the Fever, thanks to Caitlin, own the entire scene. This year, though, they don't even need to say it. The message speaks for itself. It's all business now, and the Fever aren't the only ones handling business. Other WNBA teams have already started making their own moves to capitalize on Caitlin.
Indiana Fever, our games against the Atlanta Dream on June 20th and August 16th have been moved to State Farm Arena.
That's right. The scheduling conflicts have officially begun. The Atlanta Dream wasted absolutely no time, moving both of their home games against the Indiana Fever out of their regular arena, the one that honestly looks like a mall food court, and into State Farm Arena, the home of the Atlanta Hawks. Now, they've also shifted 3 other games to that same arena, and for the sake of the league and their team, I genuinely hope they sell every single seat. But let's be real, the 2 dates every team is circling come down to just 2 words: Indiana Fever. And I gotta say it, this is the same team that, last season, claimed they upgraded their arena for the Fever matchup because of a scheduling conflict. So, you have to wonder, did they suddenly feel the need to upgrade for more music teams just to avoid getting called out again? Just saying. Either way, they know those Fever games are going to sell out because it's already happening all across the league. The expansion Toronto Tempo have already sold out their home game against the Fever. And just to put that into perspective, it's only March, and that game is set for Scotiabank Arena, home of the Raptors, which holds around 20,000 fans. Normally, the Tempo would play at Coca-Cola Coliseum, which, music, is less than half that size, but they upgraded, obviously, for Caitlin. And those tickets? Definitely not cheap. We're talking a minimum of $150 for upper, music bowl seats and climbing past $700 for lower bowl. For some perspective, if you're not familiar with Toronto sports, as someone who's lived there most of his life, I can tell you that's about what it costs just to get into a Leafs NHL game. It's always one of the hottest tickets in town, and now, Fever games are hitting that same level. But wait, there's more. Check out what the Mystics just pulled.
Not surprised at all that there is clearly one team that is missing. There is clearly one team that is missing here, and all of these teams, they decide that they're not going to put Indiana. They're not going to put Indiana on their
half-season ticket packages, with Fever games excluded because, of course, they can charge way more. Teams pulled that same move last season, too. But here's where things get a little weird with the Mystics. They're only playing one game at Capital One Arena, the home of the Wizards, and it's against the Chicago Sky. You have to wonder, does that have anything to do with Shakira Austin complaining last season about how loud the Fever fans were when they played in Baltimore? Anyway, when the Mystics face the Fever, it'll be at Care First Arena, which, get this, holds just 4,500 fans. I guess that simply means ticket prices will skyrocket even more due to the limited supply. At this point, though, most teams got the message, and we're about to see more and more franchises hosting the Fever in upgraded arenas. In fact, 39 of the Fever's 44 games this season are set to be played in NBA-sized venues. It's the easiest math you'll ever do. 2 to 4 times more fans per game, paying at least double the ticket prices. That's conservatively 4 to 8 times the revenue for a single Fever Road game compared to a normal night. And this trend has been building for 2 years now. Remember last season, when the Chicago Sky moved their Fever games to the United Center, 20,000 seats, basically admitting Caitlin was the draw, not Angel? Otherwise, why not play every game there? Now, situations like that may have hurt feelings before, but this year, there's a massive difference: revenue sharing. Last season, when teams upgraded arenas for Caitlin, players would grumble about the overwhelming number of Fever fans in the building. The narrative was always the same. Why does she get all the credit? Why does Caitlin get all the spotlight? And the truth is, they didn't really benefit directly. But now, under the new CBA, players can receive up to 20% of gross revenue. So when Caitlin drives 8 times the revenue for, say, an Atlanta Dream home game, players across the league are getting a piece of that. And here's why they should be excited. Early last season, estimates suggested Caitlin, if healthy and playing, could be worth upwards of $1 billion per season to the WNBA. In 2024 alone, she was reportedly responsible for around 26% of the league's total economic activity. The same players who once quietly, or not so quietly, resented the Caitlin Clark spotlight now have a direct financial incentive to want that spotlight as bright as possible. She's literally making them money every single game she plays. The math couldn't be simpler. More Caitlin means more money for everyone. And they'd better be ready for it, because they're about to get a whole lot more Caitlin. Here's what just happened. Fast break. But it's not going to happen.
Fast break, but it's not going to happen.
Calling a foul on LeBron, saying he tripped him off. Celebrity photographer Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark showed up at a Pacers game, working as a sideline photographer, vest and all. The joke going around was simple. Is there anything she can't do? But honestly, this is exactly the kind of spontaneous, human, fun content that pulls casual fans in and gets them invested. You see her out there just being a normal person, not taking herself too seriously, enjoying the moment, and it instantly creates buzz, with ripple effects everywhere. I mean, just look at how Caitlin being on the sidelines suddenly led to this.
Did you notice Caitlin Clark, the photographer, right on the baseline?
Photographer?
No, Caitlin Clark, the NBA
player.
player.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see.
She
was taking a picture.
Yeah, she took a picture of you after one of your. She hit full on camera right on the baseline.
I didn't see that.
Do you have a relationship with her, or just?
Not really much, but I'm a big fan for sure. I watch a lot of games. Definitely her hooping, it's great to watch. So for sure, gotta go in one game to see her.
Luka Doncic, one of the biggest stars in basketball, saying he wants to go to a game? That's a massive soundbite, not just for Caitlin, but for the entire league. You can't manufacture that kind of organic moment. It just hits, and when it does, it's powerful, but you can manufacture other things, and the marketers are clearly getting smarter. Did you catch this?
Open this up! Obviously, I've done this before, okay? No! I didn't even notice that! Oh, that's so cute!
That's not an accident. Nike is going to want its logo everywhere. It's smart, calculated product placement. And that's not all they've been working on. It was just announced they'll be dropping the Nike Kobe 5 Protro Coconut Milk this June for around $190. That's going to sell like crazy, but it might be nothing compared to what's coming next. Her long-awaited signature shoe is on the way, and it's expected to feature entirely new technology. Now, Ryan Ruocco, the announcer who coined "You Bet" for Caitlin's threes, has reportedly already seen them. They're real, and apparently, they're spectacular.
Wanted to know about Caitlin's shoes for quite a long time. I mean,
I know some things. I can't say them. The only thing I can say is they're amazing.
Oh.
The only thing I can say.
So you've seen them?
Maybe.
I mean, like, I'm allowed to read between them. Is there, what other vague way can I get you to say something without spilling the beans?
All I know is when they come out, they are going to be incredible. Incredible.
These are lined up to drop during the 2026 holiday season, which means she'll carry the league straight into the mainstream through the offseason, on top of whatever she does on the court from May through October. If she wins MVP, as she's now co-favored to do, or takes home a championship, forget about it. We've never seen this level of preseason hype for a WNBA player. Not even close, and it's only going to keep building. 8 months without Caitlin Clark basketball, heading into her third season, and the entire league is already shifting, moving into bigger arenas, restructuring ticket packages, and selling out 18,000-seat venues before a single game has even tipped off. Heck, the rosters aren't even finalized yet. No one truly knows who Caitlin will be playing with or going up against this season, and it doesn't even matter. The stars are aligning. The players are getting their share. The owners are making aggressive moves to print money. It's officially time for everyone to cash in, including Caitlin, as long as the Fever do their job, surrounding her with the right talent and building systems that maximize her strengths. This is shaping up to be a monster year, not just statistically, but in terms of viewership and overall economic impact. And to anyone still betting against Caitlin Clark, it might be time to make peace with the basketball gods, because you're about to see her everywhere. Since you made it this far, drop a trophy in the comments. You're a winner for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.